What up, everybody? We are back. Yes. We got another live draft. This one is for the number 123 division, the Karate Kid 2. Let's go. All right. Let's see. We got some peeps joining on TikTok. Hit the like button. Let's see. I had the 3 spot today, so I got Chase and Barkley. Let's see who we're going to get on the way back here. It's insane the amount of running backs that go in a row here now. Yo, Ghost Monkey in the house. What up, bro? What's going down? Crispy in the house. What up? Let's get it. Oh, Brock Bowers. Dude, Trey McBride went at the 110. Whew. Crazy. Dude, who am I going to give this next pick? And man, I can't even believe I went so quick and was going for a running back. I didn't even notice that CD Lamb didn't even get taken yet. Man. TJ in the house. What up, bro? Dude, I cannot believe that I didn't even see that. Because having Chase and CD, like, that's probably, like, not really a thing in this tournament. You got to get Chase well, yeah, it probably is, because there's been ones where Chase has gotten drafted kind of in the middle. And Daniel Berry in the house. What up? I know Original Wannabe said he was just setting his he was going to be just setting his cue most of the way. Damn it, dude. Oh, man. All right, screw it. We'll go Brees. We'll just double up on the RBs there. King D, shout out to the LBC. What up, bro? Time to smoke. Who's with me? Oh, Raven, what up, bro? Raven on what's it called? On TikTok. What up, bro? We're knee deep in this draft. Hit that like button on TikTok, guys. Need some help over there. And then in the meantime, we're going to get a little bro smoking going. You already know what's up. Yo, don't bother me. What up, bro? Is that Steven? What's going down, bro? You got perfect timing. Man, it would have been nice to get Justin Jefferson with that 3rd pick there, but I am kind of glad that I got 2 running backs because, man, just look at this. Like, the running backs are already they're already dry. All right, so making a loaded breakfast burrito, then gonna burn. Nice. And bro, here's the link for the main stream. Come over to the main stream where you can see the whole board. And who the hell is that? Who the hell is Vlad? Vlad, you're savage. All right. Here we go. And Raven says, this a mock or is it for real? Bro, come on, bro. We don't do fucking mocks around here. It's a $10 best ball, $10 best ball draft, $10,000 first place prize on the line. TJ says Jamie's fault. RB. yeah. Everybody taking a little bit of a heavier RB strategy. That's for sure. But every pretty much there we go. Yeah, now you made it to the regular one. The thing when Jamie gives advice, he's giving advice based on the underdog tournaments and shit like that, like not our tournaments, because it's different, especially like this being a super flex. Like, I mean, of course, dude, like in the single QB leagues, it's going to be like RB, but yeah, man, we never know how it's all going to play out. That being said, I took 2 RBs out of the first 3 rounds. Rashee Rice and Neighbors made it all the way to the end of the 3rd. Look at the accountants build so far. McBride, Hampton, Rashee Rice. I mean, I don't know if he would have wanted JT, Genty, or Cook, but I mean, I'm like 90% positive that he could have got Trey McBride with that 2-3. TJ said last year's winner took Mahomes in the 2nd round. Yeah, for sure. And, he didn't win because of Mahomes, but he definitely didn't lose because of taking Mahomes there. All right. Getting a little wide receiver run here after Rashee Rice. That's 4 in a row. Rice, Neighbors, Pickens, and Olave. And, man, I mean, most teams have 2 quarterbacks already. Not 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs. That bowl just messed with my brain. Made the dyslexia kick in hard. I started swapping positions. And Trey said, we running mocks here. Nah, bro, this ain't no mock. This is a $10 best ball draft with a $10,000 first place prize in the tournament. Last year, we had 300 leagues in this tournament. This year, we're looking like we're going to pass that. So the grand prize might even be a little bit higher than $10,000. But yeah, man, I hate mocks. They're boring, man. Like they're practice, but it's like fake practice because they never end up working out like the mock. So yeah, man, we do it real big around here, real mucho grande. And yeah, it only costs $10, but the reason why the prize pool is so big last year, like I said, 300 leagues, that's 3,600 teams that are in it. And you got to make the top 4 in your league to make the tournament playoffs. And which team am I? I'm the FF Hustler 420. I got in the 3 spot. I took Chase, Barkley, and Brees. And right, Ghost Monkey, mocks suck, man. That like we can't. We got to be in the gym getting real practice. And if you go to a free gym, everything just kind of sucks. Got to have that $10 a month gym. And don't bother me. Say I may have to get on some in a week soon. Yeah, for sure, bro. And so there's fast drafts and slow drafts. I mean, I only go live for the fast drafts because the slow drafts would be kind of boring. But yeah, man, get in. What fast drafts, slow drafts, they're all $10. They're all a part of the big same tournament. And Carter said K2 Pinson winning the league, bro. Oh man, I mean, I was talking about it the whole time. I was so. I hate drafting next to him. He's also very good. I think he took 3rd or 4th in the tournament last year, and he won over $1,000 in last year's tournament. But dude, I was so pissed. I picked Barkley, and then I was like, oh wait, I didn't even know CeeDee Lamb was there still. I was moving too fast, like live streaming and talking and shit. And then he gets Justin Jefferson with the 3rd round pick as well. I was so fucking pissed, man. Yeah, TJ, we talking about practice. Oh man, and Robbie Too Cool. So what's going on right now? It's May, bro. Don't tell me you're one of those casual fantasy football players who only plays in like the home leagues and has no idea what best ball is. This is a best ball tournament, bro. Pretty much a draft tournament. You draft, the season plays itself out. It's a $10 buy-in with a $10,000 first place prize. And he said, I am. He said, I am, bro. Well, if you hang around here, I'm going to turn you into a little bit more of a degenerate. Let me just tell you that much. But yeah, this is not a normal fantasy league. It's a best ball league where, yeah, literally what I said, you draft and then the season plays itself out and you have to be in the, and your best players play, based on the score. The app like moves all the players around and everything for you. So we do this in addition to all the leagues that we're going to be drafting in August and September. Yeah. So this is in addition to all those leagues. And shout out to Blake. He said, "Is that Peyton Wilson? Let's get him, bro. Let's get him." And everybody hit the follow button on TikTok. If you're not following, make sure you hit the follow. So I start showing up on your feed. I go live for drafts all the time. During the season, you will want to be here when I go live for my question and answer sessions. Man, dude, fuck you, K2. Yo, Zach in the house. 710 Zach in the house. What up, my brother? I want to go wide receiver, but I just feel like we're going to get a crazy quarterback run coming here, and I don't want to get left in the dust here. Blake said draft up Bryce Young, but it's too early for Bryce Young, bro. Too early for Bryce Young. Not saying I won't draft him, but it's too early for all that. And Trey said that first slot, the first slot looking straight. It's not that bad. It's not bad. Well, I guess because of the two quarterbacks, like it's a super flex league. So one of the things that, if you guys only play in the single QB leagues, the early quarterbacks might not make sense, but you can start two quarterbacks in these leagues, and the quarterbacks score the highest out of everybody. Like the way, like I've even increased the points a tiny little bit. Like the touchdowns are 6 points just all across the board. And then you get 1 point for every 15 yards thrown, not 25. So I think you get, was it like 6 or 7 points for every 100 yards instead of 4? So it's like tiny, just a little bit inflated, but it makes the quarterbacks like the most valuable because of the super flex. So that's why you'll see, like, I mean, you still need running backs. I'm not like the dude has Bijan. If Bijan stays healthy, it's easy to fill that second spot though. But yeah, and he said, yeah, running back super scarce this year for sure. I think it's because it's early. We also draft 35 rounds in this tournament, and it's because there's no waivers, there's no trades, there's no nothing. It's literally a $10 lottery ticket for a shot at $10,000, and there's way more than 10,000 on the line. 10,000 is just the first place prize. But yeah, for everybody who's not like totally immersed in the super flex, if you hang around here, I'm going to get you guys more immersed in the super flex. It's not the norm yet because there's so many like home leagues and casual leagues where it's like, they just use the default, but like super flex is on the rise. And Berger said our tight end doubled. It is tight end premium. They get an extra 0.5 point per reception. So that's why Trey McBride and Bowers went a little bit earlier. Because they get an extra 0.5 point per reception. Yeah, Crispy said, dude, it's May. and Don't Bother Me said, I want to do the chopped buy-in league this season. Sounds emotionally fun. Bro, last year I did like 6 or 7 of those leagues. They are super fun. And you want to do more than one because like, just like every league out there, there's a little bit of luck involved, a little bit more luck involved with these leagues, because like you never, as long as you're not the lowest scorer, you're moving on. But like, man, there's times where like, bro, just middle of the Sunday games, and you're like, fuck, you're just like right there where you could be eliminated. It gets the old heart pumping, man. But yeah, and I do them for $33, so they're real cheap, so you can get into a couple of them pretty easily, and they're super fun, man. 18 team drafts, super fun. Yeah, and Berger said figured. Yeah, they wouldn't have went as early if it wasn't a tight end premium. But hey, see, I'm glad you knew. I don't know if you play in any tight end premium leagues, but there'd be some people who might come in like, oh, why are those guys getting drafted so high? That I got to explain. And Gabe said, why is JJ going so low? Bro, I honestly think it's because people are just going crazy on the running backs. Like if you look at how many running backs went in the second round, I just think it's that where people like don't want to get fucked on a running back so bad that they're passing up on guys like CD Lamb and Jefferson. I totally fucked up. Like everyone went running back. So I just pulled up the running backs. I didn't even look at who was available. And I went Barkley because of all the running backs that went. I didn't even see CD Lamb was still there. I would have taken his ass. Oh man. And yeah, and these are super easy. Don't bother me. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that may be a little bit of a curveball is the IDP, but you only have to fill 5 spots, and it's any position, so it's really easy. And once you do like one of these, like it like you kind of just understand the value of IDP. I did one last season, made it to the top 4, bro. So you got to do a couple more this year, and you still got to make it to the top 4 to make it to the tourney playoffs. But it's like, you know, all those lottery tickets. And yeah, Brown, what up, bro? Yeah, definitely the highest I've seen a McBride go. 110 overall for sure. And Gabe said he's got Kyler now, though. Whoa, I don't like if you look, like he went low, like because he went third, but he went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was the 6th wide receiver drafted. So, I mean, I feel like he's going wide receiver 5 or 6 all day. Maddox, what up, bro? This is a league. It's a best ball league, though. So you pay $10. It's a huge tournament. There's a $10,000 first place prize, and it's pretty much set it and forget it. You draft, and then the season plays itself out, and your highest scorers play every single week. Okay, Burger said we got a 32-person fantasy league, and that's what we do. I mean, it's so for me, what I like to do in my leagues, I take the tight end position away and turn it into a flex spot, and then I make it a tight end premium. So it does make those top tight ends like a little bit more valuable, but it also makes it to where you don't have to start one of the shitty ones if you don't want to. And it also makes the shitty ones just a tiny little bit better, you know, to where they're not like 100% like irrelevant in the league. And so even for like my 12 team leagues, that's what I do. Cause I really hate the tight end position, man. It's like, except for like a couple, it's literally like most guys, they get like 10 to 30 yards and like 2 to 4 catches. And it's just, it's dumb. It's dumb. And Yuri said, fantasy season, bro. If you hang around this channel, it is fantasy season 365 days a year. There was only 2 or 3 weeks out of the year where we're not drafting. Mm-hmm. Dang it. You know, we're gonna make the jump on Tyler Warren. Get some of that tight end premium in my life. Let's go. And Carter, maybe next round. I think you might be right, but I think he'll last one more round, and I might be able to get him next round. I'm not gonna say his name out loud though. And TJ said, so stoked in one dynasty. I got Styles, Thieneman, Bailey, and Bane. Damn. Nice. And Zach, what up? I've been playing best ball for some years now. Never paid attention to the tight end position. I grab 1 or 2 at most at the end. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't really try to like. I feel like the year that I don't know, was it last year or the year before where I was just drafting Travis Kelce all high and shit, you know, trying to get the tight end premium in my life. It didn't work out that well. Oh, and man, there he went. Carter. He did not last. But yeah, definitely getting the late tight ends always going to be a thing. And Tyler, what up? And he said, Price or Love? Well, you gotta go Love, man. He said, or maybe Devonta Smith in the 107. Man, if you need a wide receiver, I'd do that. Trey said, I think getting one insane wide receiver in the first and then double running backs is the best option. Yeah, I mean, it depends on where you go. It depends on what spot in the draft you have. That definitely makes a big difference. And yeah, and Crispy on YouTube, he's letting people know, if you guys got to jump over to YouTube, TikTok people, you got to jump over to YouTube. It's at FF Hustler 420. And Tyler said, you like London or Tet this year? I mean, you have to get London a lot higher. So if you're like asking who would I draft this year, I'm probably more likely to draft Tet because I could get him a little bit lower, but I like London more for sure. Uh-oh. What neighbors news did I miss? And what is it? Debroff, man. This is not Dynasty. It is redraft best ball. Redraft best ball. I do have Dynasty leagues, but all the Dynasty leagues are slow drafts. So I don't really go live. I don't really go live for any of those. I'll just show like screenshots and shit. Oh, they had a second procedure on a couple weeks ago. Nah. I mean, maybe. I mean, for the casual people, that might be something that they're looking at, hearing and getting worried about, but nothing. It was a minor. Anytime it's a minor procedure, they can have a minor procedure and then be back in a couple weeks. So, I mean, they said that was really just it was really just to clear up what they say, some scar tissue and shit. And see, Brad, he had another necessary surgery, but it even said no, it didn't say it was pushing back his timeline. What I just read right now said they anticipate that it will not push back his timeline and that it was a minor surgery just to clean up the scar tissue. So no, I mean it shouldn't push him down farther. Brad said he was a first or early second ADP. Now he's into third round. No, this isn't a single quarterback league, so that's the difference. Like he's never been an early first ADP in Superflex, in Superflex leagues. No, like somewhere in the second, but he's been all over the place and mostly like I have my pulse on like value of players like nobody's business because I've been doing these drafts since like February. Like maybe at some point in February he was going like mid to late second, but he's been going in the third like all day for the longest time in these drafts anyways, but these are super flex drafts. So it's a little bit different. If this was a single quarterback league, the quarterbacks wouldn't be going as high. And yeah, neighbors would be going in the second for sure. Rockstar Edit said, drafting already? Bro, I've been drafting for this tournament since the beginning of February. Yes, it's a $10 best ball tournament. It's best ball. So it's really just, it's a draft and it's a set it and forget it. And D. Broff said, any spots open in Dynasty leagues? Yeah, so I got 2 Dynasty leagues filling right now. One is Superflex with IDP. That's with individual defensive players. It's a $55 buy-in. It's paid through League Safe. And I have a Superflex offense only Dynasty, also 55. That one, we're just opening it today. And Carter said, which one am I? I'm FF Hustler 420. I'm the third spot. I picked Chase in the first. And I picked Tyler Warren in the 7th. Not a huge fan of J.K. Dobbins. Best ball is probably the only place where I'm going to get him. Had to get another running back, though. And D. Broff said, could I get into the non-IDP? Yeah, message me on Sleeper at FF Hustler 420. That's the easiest way. And Brad said, didn't realize wasn't Dynasty Super Dynasty startup brain right now makes more sense. Oh, for sure, man. And I mean, I've been I do startups and stuff as well. We're all about this huge $10,000 prize. So this is just like a huge part of like just all the leagues going on. Like this is a big chunk of them. And Ethan said, what pick do you have? I have the 103. I'm the one who picked Chase. I really think Marvin Harrison's going to have his breakout year this year. Year 3 is it's always the big time breakout year. And Trey said Fernando Mendoza going, even in this type of league, confuses me. He's not even the starter. He does. I mean, I don't know why he's going so early, though. Like, the cool thing about these drafts, it's always different people that are in. Well, not necessarily always that there's different people because there's the same, collective, like handful of people like drafting a shitload of these. But there's always like different people who like come in and start drafting now versus like the people like us who are drafting in February, and shit like that. Dude, TJ, you are the man. Hold on, I gotta pull this up. Gifting 5 memberships on YouTube. You are the fucking man, bro. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up. I'm using software and I can't see everything like I can on YouTube, so I'm trying to pull up the YouTube chat here so I can see who got gifted those. Let's see if there's any of the 420 crew regulars in here. Let's see. Oh, Stranger got one. Let's go. And everybody else, I don't really recognize. Well, Axel Cushion, but I don't think I've seen him in a while. But yeah, and TikTok, smash the like button, hit the follow. And Cammy said, drafting already? Hell yeah. Says a $10 best ball draft. It's not a normal like redraft or dynasty league. We draft the redrafts in August. Dynasty drafts are going on right now. But this is a $10 best ball draft with a $10,000 first place prize. All right, and D-Broff said just sent you a sleeper DM for a Dynasty League. Perfect. I'll answer you after the show, and I'll send you the link after the live stream. You'll be the first one in because I haven't even we filled the Dynasty League up like today, and it's like about to start, and then I'm filling up another one now, and it might take like 3 or 4, maybe 3, 4, 5 days. It just depends. Like this other one, it filled so quick that this next one might take a day or two. Trey said, I don't like Chase at the 3. Nah. This is best ball, man. High upside. I got my QBs later. Because Chase probably going to be scoring very well. Could be scoring the highest out of any running back or wide receiver. And Shah, what up? Shah season. He said in Superflex Dynasty, who should I be hoping for at number 3? So I don't know the league. Like every league is a little bit different. Like Josh Allen's probably going first. Drake May's probably in the top 3, and Bijan's probably in the top 3. So I would just like play it safe mentally and just assume that you're not going to get Josh Allen, Drake May, or Bijan. I know you said you have the number 3, but like 2 out of those 3 are probably going to be gone. So if you're just like mentally okay with knowing you're not going to get any one of those 3, you'll probably you'll get one of those 3 for sure, just not sure which one. And I feel like those are kind of like the, in most, those are like the chalky, like 1, 2, 3 in the dynasty startup, but in different orders though. And I can't, well, I'll just, what is that? Is that the Saturn planet? I can't even see what it is. It said mock or real. It's real. It's a $10 best ball draft with a $10,000 first place prize. Stranger in the house, bro. Our man TJ gifted some YouTube memberships over there. 5 of them. You're the man, TJ. I'm about to do a fat dab in honor of you, my brother. And you got one of them. Yes. Take advantage of those emojis in the meantime. We got to get more people using the emojis on a normal basis because we got so many good ones in here. And they're all custom. Like I made all of these ones. And Saturn said, why draft so early? Well, because we draft early and late. And just think about like everything that like a lot of content creators do where they just go like extra hard with a lot of things. Maybe not in the fantasy world, because I feel like a lot of the fantasy like content creators like legit don't even play fantasy football, or they play in like 1 or 2 leagues. Like I'm actually a fantasy degenerate. I'm actually like the guy that you really want to be following. So you shouldn't say why draft this early. You should be trying to pick my brain this early so you could like teabag your league. And I said, where are you drafting T-Law? I said, I think he's real good in sleeper. So, I mean, he's definitely not a sleeper because you got to get him like pretty early. But I feel like he's going like maybe like right around like QB 12, 13 like area. Yo, Frizzil in the house. What up, bro? You got perfect timing because we're about to smoke a fat dab. Let's go. And Caden said Bijan clear 101. Yeah, I mean, there's some people who can make a choice, make a case for Gibbs, but I mean, I'm on the Bijan train at 101. It's hard not to. Like he's got so much talent, and like no matter what, like last year they even went a little like soft on how much work they gave him. Like now they got no Algier, they're going to give him even more work this year, more percentage of the work. Where the hell are my dads? Where the hell are they? Oh, there they are. It's right behind my computer screen. And Jacob said Tate or Wandale. I mean, Wandale's probably going to be better at first, but in Dynasty you got to go Tate, and I feel like Tate's going to be the more fun guy for sure to draft. And there's no name, but why a fantasy draft right now? Well, just think about any content creator and why, think about those content creators who go to Disneyland like 100 times a year. And you're like, why do you go to Disneyland 100 times a year? And you're like, because I'm making content. is that like the easiest question? Like, is that like the easiest answer? Also, because we're addicted, And Elijah said, why a QB in round 1? It's super flex, so you can start 2 quarterbacks. So in this league, the quarterbacks are by far the most important position, and they score the most as well. So this is not like one of the single quarterback leagues. It's more like one of the traditional fantasy leagues where 2 quarterbacks were started. And he said, okay, fair enough. Yeah, see, exactly, man. And but these fantasy leagues, $10 buy-in, $10,000 first place prize. So like, it's not just something like draft is to draft. Like for this shit's like a lifestyle because everyone is trying to get the $10,000, including me. I've never won this tournament before, and I'm the one who hosted and been hosting it for This is year number 6. All right, and we're sparking this up, TJ. And Bailey said, "What tournament? What is this tournament on? This is Sleeper. This is the Sleeper app. I'm the host, and I'm the one who's organizing and running everything." And Frizil, shout out to Frizil, hopped in on YouTube. Oh, you know what? I think I see where I'm gonna go. All right, you know what? We're gonna take. I don't like Aaron Jones, but in the 10th round as my last starter, I'm not mad at it because now it's like legit. Everyone left is just backups. Yeah, if anybody wants to get into this tournament, there's 2 ways that you can. If you want to just get into a league in general, just message me at FFHustler420 on the Sleeper app. That's the best way. And just say you saw me on TikTok. Like, don't message me on TikTok. Like, message me on Sleeper because sometimes I won't even see fucking messages that come in on TikTok because some will go to the spam and all that. And let them know, Steven, if you haven't smashed the like button, smash that like button. And everybody on TikTok, if you haven't hit the follow, hit the follow. You'll never find anyone immersed as immersed into the fantasy world as me. There's a lot of people who come on and they give their advice videos. And that's nice. And I'll give my advice videos. I'm more about creating experiences and creating leagues and building a community. Thanks, DJ. See you looking stinky, said Joe Burrow first pick is wild. Well, it's a super flex league. It's not a single QB league. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna take Mason. Now I got Jones and Mason. Woo. And what do you go? Is it Saturn? Is that the planet that's on your Is that the planet that's on your handle? Because I'm just like, what the hell do I call you? I don't want to call you. Maybe I just call you Captain Planet. Okay, it is Saturn. Okay, perfect. I saw the rings. Okay. No, I don't think you're going to be able to grab Tootin in round 14 and 15. No. I mean, he's the starter over there. So like, you know, like you're not going to be like here. He went, I think, in like the 8th round, the 6th, 7th round, something like that. 6, 7, something like that. But hell no, dude. You no way you're going to be able to get him around 14, 15. And dude, I'm surprised I got that, man. Go Saturn. Yeah. Whew. And TJ, I'm doing a couple dabs for you, bro. You're the man. And so where does Lamar fall to? Shit, in a single QB league, I bet he goes in like the 3rd or 4th round. In these leagues, he goes in like the 2nd and sometimes the 1st. But yeah, especially if you guys are in like those single QB leagues and it's all just like regular like default scoring or whatever, like dude, Lamar's going to be one of the top guys picked for sure because of the running. And Fantasy Fiend said Marv has to return value as a 9th rounder. I mean, I hope so. I'm picking him so much there. So this tournament, Fantasy Fiend, I don't know if you heard me talk about it, but it's a best ball tournament. You don't have to like do starts and sits or anything. The app, it puts in your highest scoring players regardless. And yeah, and I'm hoping that a guy like Marvin Harrison just like fully breaks out this year. And Bailey said, can you explain the difference of dynasty, keeper, redraft, and chopped? Perfect. And I host all of these type of leagues except the keeper. I don't like the keeper leagues. I'd rather just have a dynasty. So dynasty means you keep your exact same team from year to year. Obviously, you're going to drop people and pick people up along the way and make trades. I don't mean that, but I mean like once the season ends, you keep all your players until the next year, and you start the next year with your entire same squad, and you do a rookie draft only. Okay, that's a dynasty league. You're like keeping the same team from year to year. If you join a dynasty league, anybody out there, if you join a dynasty league, you should join a dynasty league knowing you are playing for 5 years plus. Okay, that's a big thing. Second thing is keeper league. Keeper league, people have all different types of rules for keeper leagues. All keeper leagues are like very, very specific to the commissioner and how they set it up, because keeper league, you might keep 1 player, you might keep 2 players, you might keep 3 players. I've met someone on someone who would come into my live streams. They kept 20 players every year. So it's all different. You keep a certain amount of players. Sometimes there's different rules, like you drafted this person in this round, so it counts as that round for the next one. That's why I don't mess with keepers. So many different variations that I just rather do the full-blown dynasty. And then redraft league, there's a lot of different styles of redraft league, but redraft league means it's a single season league, and once the season's over, it's done. Maybe it returns for the next year after that, but it's completely done as far as like nothing carries over. And Finzef, hopefully I pronounced that right, said, what number did you get? I got the number 3 spot. I got I picked Chase in the first, and then the last. And what Jason, he said, he said, about that time, you already know, bro, we're killing it over here with the live streams and the drafts. And then your last question, Bailey, is what is a chopped league? I host chopped leagues as well. A chopped league has a lot of different variations, but the traditional way, before it turned into a chop league, when it was called a guillotine league, and I still call my leagues the guillotine leagues, you start with 18 teams. Everyone drafts. Whoever is the lowest scoring team in week 1, your team is eliminated and your team goes back into the waiver wires. I set it up to where everybody has $1,000 fab budget throughout the year. So you are getting to bid on crazy players like every single week. And the more and more that you go, the more the more better players that get thrown into the player pool weekly. And it goes all the way until there's only 2 teams left in week 17. And then that's it. Yeah. And in my leagues, it's first, second, and third that get paid out. And everyone who wins also wins a championship ring as well. So that's one of the perks of playing in my leagues is there's hardware for every single league. Devo, I didn't see you jump in here. What up, bro? What is going down, my brother? And thanks, stranger. He said, wipe my feet on the way in. Appreciate ya. All right. Made my pick in the 112. Doing my due diligence and tagging the next person. Well, next person was an auto pick, but I tagged who's on the clock. And we're doing another dab for you, TJ. You the motherfucking man, bro. And Jason said usually 3 years worth of picks too. He said so much fun to trade all year long for sure. Yeah, that's the most fun thing about Dynasty. That's one thing I didn't mention. Thanks, Jason. So if you play in a Dynasty league, every draft is going to be like the most fun draft because you can actually trade draft picks. So it's like the closest to being like an NFL commissioner, as possible. Dude, and Crispy said, tell him about the Debo League. Man, I need to make some videos. I think it was Ghost Monkey who said that I should make some videos, like make a video and just explain each style of league that I host. The Debo Snatch Your Chain Leagues, that's it's a forced trade league. I coined it the Debo Snatch Your Chain League. Every single week, if you win, you get to make a trade with your opponent that they have to accept no matter what. It gets really, really intense, really, really quick. And there's little rules here and there of who you can trade and stuff like that and who you can't steal. It's just tiny little things, but super, super fun. And all these leagues that I host, they're either 33, 55, or 100. And user 1966 said, what kind of league is this? This is a super flex IDP tight end premium best ball draft that is a part of a big tournament. All right. I think it's time for another dab. If you're on TikTok, smash that like button, hit that follow button. K2 doubling up on those tight ends there. All right. And Bailey, what order of position should you draft in Dynasty? How many people can you have on your roster? Well, every Dynasty league is different. Like, that's one thing that I'll say. Like, you really, really, really need to get into a league with a commissioner that knows what the hell they're doing. If they don't, that league's probably not lasting. Most Dynasty leagues are lucky if they make it to year 3. And it's usually because the commissioner doesn't know what the hell they're doing. I've been commissioning leagues for over 20 years now, and I've been commissioning Dynasty leagues for over 7 years now. So if you really want to get into a super dope Dynasty league, I really recommend one of mine. I have 2 that are filling right now. They're both 55 buy-in. And one thing to remember in Dynasty is if you play in a single quarterback league, you just don't want to draft a quarterback with your first round no matter what, unless you really, really want to lock down a certain player. But it's running backs and wide receivers that are like the biggest part of most fantasy leagues, especially if it's a single quarterback league. I would be looking to go wide receivers early because they usually have a longer shelf life. And if it's PPR, that should be something good for you as well. So in a lot of Dynasty leagues, I find myself going back-to-back wide receiver. It does depend on the amount of positions. The Dynasty leagues that I host, we have 3 wide receiver starters. So it's just my thought that, like, if I can lock down a really good, like, 2/3 of my starting wide receiver, and those are kind of like the backbone of my, like, squad for Dynasty, I'm just going to feel really good about it. User 927 said, you think Mike Evans going to have another 1,000K season? Man, I hope so. I mean, I have no idea if he's actually going to or not, but boy, I hope so, bro. And see, look, I only went for 2 quarterbacks early, but swooping some backups here that are just on the bench. Yep. Crispy said, and then we have the playoff leagues. Yeah, I don't think there's too many people that are hosting leagues during the NFL playoffs like I am. Literally year round, even during the season. We have weekly leagues, like starting week 2, Tuesday, Wednesday drafts. We might start getting some Thursday drafts in the mix. And Frazil said, what about a Superflex Dynasty League? So, Superflex Dynasty League, now it would really depend on what position I have in the draft and who's available. Because I really feel like with my top 4 picks, more often than not, I want to have 2 wide receivers and 2 quarterbacks locked down. Because if you get screwed in a super flex league with your quarterbacks, like it's something you might never recover from if you're not that good at trading. Oh, woo. Oh. Dude, crazy IDP run. Yeah. And said weekly best ball leagues, get over here and expand your knowledge and you own your own home leagues. Dude, right? If like this is so much research just for doing these drafts. Like literally you get in a handful of these drafts, you will teabag your home league and work league. We need some more people hitting the like button on TikTok. We need some more people hitting the subscribe or follow on TikTok. And Frizzo, would it be crazy to go QB first and second pick? No, I've done that before. Like, it depends on the style of league. Like, I've done it before in my leagues where the quarterback scores 6 points per passing touchdown. It's 1 point for every 15 yards instead of 25. You know, so the quarterback's having the elevated scoring. Like, that's something that for sure I would like debate. But it all depends on who's available. You know, like that's the tough thing. Like I don't ever want to, you know, like marry a strategy because you don't know who is going to be there until you're there. Yeah, I mean, you really don't, because unless you're in the same league with, you know, the same people, you know, every single time, and you already know who they're going to take. And Ganesi said, do you rate teams? I mean, you know, throw some flowers my way or something. You know, we can rate some teams, but I would just say, like, most teams, they kind of rate the same for what people tell me. Like, if it's just a 10-team league, you know, single quarterback league, like, it's probably just going to be a B. I can probably already tell you in advance. And a stranger said, 99% of what I know from fantasy football, I learned from the hustler. You're the man. You're the man. And Charlie said, I didn't know you could draft defense. I thought you could only draft team defense. No. So every app has an option for you to draft defensive players, individual defensive players. Like if you, it's weird though, because each one has like, it's like a different, it might have a different positional name on the app. But you have to go into the settings and actually change it though. Like that's the thing. So it doesn't, like if you just click start a league and you don't change anything, it's never going to start like that. Like you have to go in and you have to adjust the settings a little bit. But yeah, it's when you get into the defensive players, it'll totally expand your fantasy football world. And there's a bunch of different ways that you could do it. And if you want any recommendations, let me know. But yeah, it takes every league to the next level, but you have to do it right. You can't just have 1 or 2 defensive players and like that's it. There has to be some kind of a strategy to it, just like the offensive. Makeup, and roster has a strategy to it. There has to be some kind of strategy to like the defensive roster construction as well. But it's not hard, but it's super fun, man. And Ganeshi 12-man startup dynasty this year. Lamar, A-Chain, Jacobs, JSN, Wilson, Adunze, Shah, and Bass. Oh man, well, dude, can I downgrade the draft because you're drafting kickers? Like, dude, kickers should not be allowed in dynasty leagues. Just messing with you, but I hate kickers in dynasty leagues. I mean, I don't know the scoring on the quarterbacks, but I do like you having Lamar as like your anchor. Shah, I feel like almost a little bit weak for a number 2 in a dynasty, but as long as you get some good depth, that should be okay. But yeah, man, I it's like between a B- and a B. I feel for that. Maybe no, actually, I mean JSN's in there as well, but it's like Wilson. Yeah, I assume that's Michael Wilson. Or no, I guess it could be Garrett Wilson, right? I'm gonna say a B+ actually, because I'm assuming that's Garrett Wilson now. And Ganeshi said we have individual defensive guys as well. Nice. How many? Like, what's the roster construction for the IDP players? Is it like you have some X amount of linebackers, X amount of DNs or DTs or D linemen, however it is? But let me know that. And May said, "Where's Tootin?" Tootin went, looks like at the 7-2. The 7-2. Bluefish said, had won my Superflex auction league 3 years in a row until last year. L. Jack, Neighbors, Evans, McLaughlin. Nice. I like it, bro. It's not easy to win an auction league. It's really not. You got to have a really good draft. I mean, you can always make moves, but like the draft is like so much more important in an auction league, I feel. Because like you can actually have like a lot of strategy behind who you're picking, why, how much you're spending, yada yada. Ganeshi, so we start 1 linebacker, 1 DL, 1 DB, but we also have a taxi squad for the developmental players. How many offensive guys do you have? Because it's funny, like I have a 32 team league, and like we actually start more than you start there. Like in my 32 team league, we start in IDP flex, 1 DL, 1 DB, and 1 linebacker in a 32 team league. And Bluefish said injuries destroyed me, and what happens every once in a while. Yeah, I mean that's the real bad luck of fantasy. Is there's 2 things that you can't control that I think are 100% luck, and it could screw you, or it could really help you. And that is the injuries. I mean, for sure, that's like the biggest one. You can't control it. I mean, you can have depth and all that, but if you got all your stars that get injured, I mean, you really can't help that. It kind of like is what it is. And then the other one, I'm just looking at my I'm looking to see who the hell I'm going to draft here. How about a bounce back big year for TJ Watt? And then the other one is the bad luck of the schedule. Like you can't like if you just happen to play like always, you're just always somehow playing like the top scoring team or whatever. Like it's just the fantasy gods looking down upon you and laughing at you. If you're on TikTok, hit that follow button as well. And Frazil said, but for sure, no RBs within the first 4 picks in Superflex Dynasty. Well, I wouldn't say for sure no picks. I mean, it really depends. Like if Bijan fell to me at the 103 or 104, I'm probably picking him there, because he probably shouldn't be there, right? Like that, but that's what I mean. It's like it has to be such good value that it's like, fuck, I can't, I can't even avoid that value. I need that value because it's so good. Like that's pretty much how I feel about the running backs. Like it has to be, just right position, kind of right everything. We're gonna go Xavier Worthy here. Might have been able to get him a little later, but we'll get him. And Ganeshi, we did that last year with the IDP flex. We start 8 defensive players and 8 offensive players. That's a roster of 22. Fuck, for a dynasty league, what app do you play on? That's so small. So you start 11. Yeah, I mean you have 11 starters and only 11 bench players. Like, dude, for a dynasty, that's not good. That means people are gonna have to drop like you're gonna have to drop like really good players to like fill your bye weeks. That's not cool. Not especially not in a I mean, I don't like that in any type of league, but in a dynasty, like, man, I would be so frustrated with that. I also have Kraft as my tight end. I forgot to mention Gadsden as a backup. Nice. At least you got a high end tight end. Okay, it's sleeper, also not my league, so I'm just there. Okay. I'm not blaming you for the settings then, okay? Not blaming you for the settings. I am blaming whoever created those settings. But if you ever want to get into a legit, real legit dynasty league, I mean, all my dynasty leagues, just all my leagues in general, I've been tweaking little things literally since like 2006, like when I started. So, I mean, I had just hit like the 20-year mark, like last year. And so, yeah, so now I can actually say I've been commissioning leagues for more than 20 years, which is pretty cool. And oh shit. And yeah, little things here and there, but like just from the scoring to the roster construction to the bench to the taxis, all of that. Yeah, I just feel like mine are it's so on point that like so many people tell me like so many people like copy my style of settings and everything, to bring back, with their leagues and stuff. And but yeah, just literally everything. And I said, but I did say they got to update the roster size next year with the rookies. Yeah, man. I mean, it's too small. It's too small. And that's also another thing. You don't want to have to be like bumping up the roster spots like every single year. I mean, unless that's like already like a planned thing, like, year 2, it's going to raise by this much. Year 3, it's going to raise by that much, whatever. But the point should be to not get it to that. Like even in mine, like every single off season, and I commission hundreds of leagues, and I do this in every single one. And we have 10 IR spots in each league. I raise because there's really no IR in the off season. Like I raise the bench by 10, and then in August I remove those 10. And like most commissioners won't do that because like, one, they just don't think about it. Two, they just might be too lazy. And like I do that times like 300. But yeah, it's just like a different level of commissioner. But I do this for like full-time business as well too. And not only the leagues, that's just like one main part of my business. A lot of IDPs going. I'm glad I got TJ. But yeah, we got some other guys I got to be getting soon here. I've only been playing for 2 years. This is my third. Came in first last year. Nice. And then first and third. Nice. Oh, wait. No. Came in last my first year. And then first and third. Nice. There we go. It's all about progression. Yeah, and I got a huge group on Facebook as well too. It's the Fantasy Football Advice Group for experts, gurus, and beginners. There's also a Dynasty one there as well too. But yeah, I'm all over social media. And finally got a newer computer to where I can stream on TikTok plus everywhere else that I am at the same time. And for Zill, so I'm punt QB and then go goes, who the fuck is that? Diego Pavia and Sanders and like QB. Yeah, man, that'll be a good strategy. Bro, you'd be donating in that league for years and years. And see, you know what sucks is like when people actually think like that and then they do it and then they realize how bad their team sucks and then they just quit. And then the league like just folds because of it, because no one can find someone to take over a team like that. Yeah, in a super flex league, gotta have those QBs. Got to have a QB. Gotta have those QBs. And Ganeshi, thanks for the follow. Crispy said those leagues suck. Yeah, it's not fun when the benches are so small that you have to drop legit depth to be able to fill spots during bye weeks. I got that's like the worst for Dynasty. Can you see also have our what? Our sheet capped at our shit capped at 3 QB. What? How the fuck can it be capped at 3 quarterbacks? Like, dude, what? Oh man. I'm not a big advocate for bailing on leagues, but like, man, like that's like, dude, your fucking literal hands are tied. What if you have 2 quarterbacks? Like, you can't plan years in advance for like your quarterbacks fucking having the same bye week. Like, what the hell? And what, you got to trade a quarterback just to like, like, dude. All right, we gotta get Watson. He's gonna end up being the starter. Yeah, bro. I'll tell you how you should feel about it. I'd fucking hate it. Like, this is the first thing I thought. And he said, that's what I said, but this is with his father-in-laws and his friends, so I'm type stuck. Okay, yeah. How much is it? Like, what's the buy-in? And then I'll tell you how pissed I'd be if it was me. Only 50. My other leagues are just 100, 200. Okay. Yeah. I mean, $50 league, it's not bad, you know. Yeah, a lot of the leagues I host for Dynasty 30, 55, 75, and 100. Haven't really wanted to go past 100 because I get nervous about people like dropping out because it's inevitable, especially with the amount of leagues that I do. Young Beak. Also got this one. Just haven't mentioned any 69s. Cali Jam in the house. What up, bro? And Crispy said went through 127 leagues in 3 hours. Devotion or lose. Whew, he got you, man. You're a savage, Crispy. You're a savage. Yeah, and Young Beak. I need to get more sound. I need to use more sound drops because I have so many. I have like pages and pages of like random ones. But I just got to use them more. If you're on TikTok, smash that like button, smash that follow button. If you're into fantasy football and hanging out amongst the fantasy football community, this is the one you want to be around. Lots of leagues. Oh, see, he knew that, Enzo. You know it. Yeah. Couple sound drops. Got Young Beak to follow. Let's go. It's a little mix of everything right now. I took Algier in the 17th round here. Got a couple other running backs, couple linebackers off the board. Let's see. What are let me see. Oh, this is one if I ever have to talk some shit about someone. Figuratively speaking. Or if you're really smart. If you know where these are from, shout them out. Dude, 17th round. We got 35 total rounds. Got more bull smoking to do. That's for sure. Who's with me? Young Beak, yeah, Gump. Let me see. Dang it. Didn't I have another? I don't think I have another Forrest Gump one on here yet. I got a lot of random movies on here, though. R.I.P. And Young Beak, why'd you put that weapon together so fast? Because you told me to, Drill Sergeant. God damn it, Gov, you are gifted. That's the best answer I've ever heard. And Ganeshi, let me know if I should do this trade. He said right now off the bong side. He said you're off. You're smoking too. Yeah, is that what you're saying? And Billy Madison. Oh yeah, and got another one from Billy Madison. Or no, it's Happy Gilmore. Dang it, where's the other one? Oh, here. That was the other Billy Madison one that I had. And he said half baked. He said you're snapping, bro. Got some classic ones here. How about a throwback? Let's see. These are just funny. I mean, everyone should know these ones, but I love these ones. Just need an excuse to do it. And Young Beak said, this is an underdog draft. No way. I am an underdog affiliate, but I host my own best ball tournament. We do it on Sleeper, $10. And there's a $10,000 first place prize. Top 100 are getting paid out in week 17. And there's going to be at least 5 teams that win over $1,000. And then it depends on how many we actually get. So if you want to get in, bro, message me at FF Hustler 420 on Sleeper, and I'll get you in. I do these fast drafts every day. I don't live stream them every day, but I try to. And then we got fast drafts and slow drafts. And Ghost Monkey said the drops sound low. How about anybody else? Anybody else drop sound low? Fuck it. We'll turn it up a little more. And Liam said, why'd CMC go so late? I mean, he went at the 107. I mean, that's not, he usually goes earlier than that, but that's not super late though. And it was, and really just because of those QBs is what it looks like. There's a couple QBs that went in front of him. It's a super flex league as well, so you can start 2 quarterbacks. Dang it, where do I want to go with this pick? All right, let's lock in Patrick Queen. Okay, so the drops were quiet. Dang it, what the hell's going on? I gotta check after my pick here and check my settings. Damn it. The IDPs kind of went a little crazy in this one. And Liam, yeah, this is on Sleeper. Yes, it is. All right. Let me know. All right, guys. Sorry. Hopefully this isn't like crazy louder, but like let me know. Let's get it on. I turned off echo cancellation. That could have been something that was making it like be a little lower. What are you talking about, Willis? Let me know. Is that good? Is that too loud? Crispy said, I can hear him. I'm early Gen X. Clean the shit out of your ears. And Liam says, sweet, that's what my buddies and I use. Said look solid first round. Said kind of surprised to see a tight end. Yeah, dude, I think this is the first draft where a tight end went this early. Like we have tight end premium, so they do score a little bit higher. But yeah, I don't know. Like this one was the highest that a tight end's ever been drafted for sure. Crispy said now it's way too low. Okay, I'm going to turn the echo cancellation back on then. I know why. It's because my mic was messed up. Okay, hold on. I got to put it back to where it was because now it's actually going to work. All right, now tell me.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Now it should be working perfect. Yardzilla, what up?
You bastard!
Yep, Crispy said it. It's Tony's fault.
Man, fuck Tony!
Yep, that's what it was. So if the drops are ever not like that, just let me know. I don't know why the software that I use needed to be updated. I had to restart my computer, and then I totally forgot to fix the mic. So the mic was working, but the mic is supposed to be working through a software where I can like play the songs and the drops and all that.
In this ring, I'm the king, known as Mills. Obey my command at all times.
Yeah, that's normal. Dang it. I think because of using the fuck Tony, I think I think TikTok I don't think TikTok liked that one too much. And Liam said still second round's kind of high. Yeah. I mean, this is in this best ball tournament, people are going to take shots is what it is for sure. NFL expert I was looking at weirdly, I've never seen a tight end round one with 12 people or lower. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it before. But yeah, it's not too common. Like I remember seeing it in like the Gronkowski days, you know. It was exactly what I thought. Just a weird thing to see. For sure. It's not normal. It's definitely not normal. That was the first thing that got brought up. Was that first thing that got brought up in the chat was like, whoa, that's the highest that I've ever seen McBride go this year. So yeah, that is definitely an exception. Whew. Well, I think it might be time for another bowl. Who's with me?
Bong hit. Roll it.
You want to get high? Are we going to get high? Just let me get high.
I should have bought a Honda.
Crispy, show the TNA, but you can't curse. Sounds about right. All right, we had a few picks before me. Where are we gonna go with this pick? I only have 3 IDPs. I feel like I gotta fill up those spots here soon. NFL NBA expert main account thinks I'm a kid for some reason. It kicked me off. I had to hop on an alternate. What the hell? yeah. They restricted it. Yeah. And we're doing a little bit of gardening and smoking around here. Buddha Baker off the board. But it's good. We don't need no kids watching this anyways. So I'd rather it be that way. Don't need anybody saying I'm a bad influence on their kids. I'm gonna pick with this pick here. All right, come on. Is he just gonna auto take his time? Just pack up this bowl in the meantime. Sounds good, Liam. We'll catch you later, bro. Make sure you follow if you haven't. Not sure if you have or not. Oh, there goes Servassier. Thanks, bro. Servassier Dennis. So curious, man. So curious if like how they're gonna use him this year with all the people they brought in. Crispy said, I bet it's because they think foosball is the devil.
You gonna lose all your fancy foosball games.
Dang it, Daniil Hunter. That was a good auto pick there, too. And NFL experts see the schedule release. No, not yet. I mean, I saw a couple people sent me stuff, but I didn't get a chance to look into it yet. It's on my to-do list tonight. On my to-do list tonight. No, there we go. Let's grab Quincy. But I know that the AFC and the NFC West play each other, so tough scheduling there. That's the only one that I know so far. Come on, K2. This sucks. Oh, you fuck. You fucker. Dang it. I was totally going to go for Nakobe Dean right there. Dang it. Sorry, Brown. And Callie Jam said Watson the 17th, Lassiter in the 20th, because we're moving on up. Hell yeah. Roger Goodell hates the Pats. We make the Super Bowl and we only get 4 primetime games. Damn. That's interesting. I wonder why. What's the most primetime games that anybody's got? I mean, New England is, without Tom Brady, it's, it's not as popular. And you lost the Super Bowl too. Like when you lose the Super Bowl, you get no respect. I mean, Patriots are probably going to be the Rodney Dangerfield of the NFL this year. But who does the AFC East play? What NFC division do they play? Singleton's a good pick. Crispy said KC probably. I mean, they should. Most popular team with the I don't know if it's the most popular team, but definitely the most popular player on the poster boy of the NFL. NFC North. Ooh. It's a pretty tough division now that the Bears are really good. And the Vikings are going to be better this year. Man, yeah, the NFC North is going to be tough. Frizzo, you can't say which defense is weak versus run pass yet, right? Say we got to wait for the season to start. I mean, there will be little things, but like when I do it during the season and I'm putting out all that information, that's based on like real-time data. Like everything that gets put out now is a prediction. It's a guess based on last year's numbers more often than not. So it's all predictions and guesses right now is what it is. That's the best way that I can say it. During the season, when I put out all those numbers and everything, that's like real-time data that I built algorithms, around to come up with those numbers of like, this team is this versus the run, this versus the pass, just whatever, all those different, the players versus the specific like defenses they're playing and shit like that. Round 22. Here we go. The marathon continues. And the Rams have the most with 7 primetime games, tying the all-time record. Damn. It's also easier for West Coast to have more primetime games, though. Because when it's 8 o'clock on the East Coast, it's only 5 o'clock on the West Coast. I feel like that's one way that the East Coast could get shafted. I know that, like, they could get it to where the Patriots are like playing someone on the East Coast or like whatever. That's the primetime game. I know that's a thing too. Christmas Eve game is a little one-sided. The Sheagles versus the Texans. I mean, maybe the Texans step it up a little bit more this year. Their defense is nasty. It's really the offense that's just been pretty stagnant since CJ Stroud's rookie year. Frizzell said makes sense. How about knowing which team has the best schedule is still a prediction? Well, it's still a prediction because it's kind of based off of last year, like everything that's being ranked with all these strength of schedules. Like, I feel like a big portion of it is based off of last year, because we don't know how teams are going to be this year. We don't know who's going to get injured in the preseason before we even play, like that type of stuff. And so that's why I feel like it's still predictions, but there's definitely a little validity to a strength of schedule right now. And I'm going to have a strength of schedule that I put out here. I need a few days to like diagnose everything, but I'm going to have a strength of schedule. I'll be posting that on Patreon. We play Wednesday night football. Is that what it is? Wednesday night football, Seahawks. Sunday night football, Chargers. Monday night football, Chiefs. Thursday night football, Bears. Thursday night football, Vikings. Oh, is it is it like during Christmas or something like that? I don't know what day Christmas is on this year. Is it something of that nature? All right. Oh, it's the opener because the Australia game is on Thursday. Oh, interesting. Dude, so multiple primetime games in that first week. I mean, I know there's always two. Is there going to be more than two? Well, I meant like 2 weekday primetime. Like last year was Thursday and Friday. Is it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this year with the primetime games like in the opening week? And I know they're not doing any Monday double headers anymore. Triple header Christmas Day. Packers, Bears, Bills, Broncos, Rams, Seahawks. Cool. And Frazil said Texans going to the Super Bowl. I said it. They need to step it up. There is one Monday doubleheader in week 18, but it's to be determined. They don't usually have Monday games in week 18. Week 17 is usually the last week for Monday games. And it's because the playoffs like start like that next Saturday. So they usually don't have any Monday games. That's interesting. It's very interesting. Why can't they just have a football game all week? I know, right? I mean, it's getting to that point. I mean, shit. Totally getting to that point. All right, let me move this up a little bit more. Hall of Fame game is going to feel so nice. What's the Hall of Fame game? Or, I mean, not what, but who's playing in the Hall of Fame game? Let's see. Cardinals, Panthers. Okay. August 6th. What? Well, it seems like it's starting so late. No way. Dude, the preseason goes there's like, it's like the preseason, then it starts like the week after. What the hell? That sucks for fantasy football. That really sucks for fantasy football. Dude, the opening week is the 9th. Damn, dude. Yeah, right. Usually it's in July for sure. Like, why does it seem like everything's starting way later this year? Well, that seems like it totally is. I mean, the first preseason games aren't until the middle of August. Dude, this sucks. Dude, this really sucks. So even the schedule release was late. Yeah, like for fantasy, that's really bad. That's really bad. I mean, unless it's going to go back to the way that it used to be, where like the last preseason game, like starters didn't play. Dude, that fucking sucks, man. That is lame. Crispy said that would be hell in fantasy. He said, that's your commissioner. Boo, dude.
Oh no! We suck again!
Dude, what the hell, man? That sucks. That sucks because, like, I don't know. I mean, I want to draft after, for like the real important leagues. I want to draft like after, the end of week 3. Like the week that I've been setting up for our Vegas draft, that's only going to be during week 2 of the preseason. Like, what the hell? And that's a $600 league that we're doing. Man, that is lame. That is lame. Says Super Bowl as late as possible. February 14th, dude, on Valentine's Day. Why? Why did everything get pushed back a week? Is it because of Labor Day? You know what? It's literally just because of Labor Day, man. Labor Day's on the 7th. So everything's happening the same, but it's like the 1st of September is on a Tuesday. So like now every year it's going to like seem like it's closer, but this is the year where everything seems like it got pushed back. Well, wasn't the NFL's doing. It's yeah, just weird for all of us. Oh, E40 in the house. What up? Rams and Seahawks play on Christmas. Yeah. Stranger said, Huss, I agree. It says sucks NFL a week behind, but gotta ask. Gotta ask if you want some cheese with that wine. Nah, man, just talking shit. I'm gonna smoke either way. I'm gonna live either way. It's got to be animated sometimes, It'd just be boring if I was sitting here not acting all pissed off about that. Divorce is gonna double in February. People are gonna be making business decisions. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's kind of just like bad timing. And football is not just a universally watched, by men only. And Stranger got to bust balls, apparently. Got to bust balls occasionally. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. And when you said that made me think of Varsity Blues. When Jonathan Moxon's like venting to his girl.
But I don't want your life.
And she's just looks at him like supposed to be all serious. Want some cheese with that wine? Amy's smart with her accent. She's like, "You're a whiner. Let's go out there and be the hero." So funny. Yeah, such a good movie. I swear, man, Tyreek better get picked up by somebody where he just at least gets the ball a little bit. Like, that's it. Better just get the ball a little bit. I picked him in too many of these leagues late. So it's weird. Thanksgiving is week 12 and Christmas is week 16. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy, man. Because hasn't Christmas been in week 17 the last couple years? Totally has, right? The Christmas games made huge impacts on championships. So this year it's not. This year it's having huge impacts just on getting to the championship. Interesting. It has Thanksgiving as week 13. Oh, okay. Let me see. Because what is Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is the 26th. I mean, I'm just going to count it. I'm not even going to go look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, should be week 12. Oh, it's usually week 13. Weird. What reality are we living in right now, man? This is it's all getting a little strange. Hill has to be able to run first. Dude, is he like are his legs broken? He can't run at all? I know he had the ACL and shit, but I'll take a shot on him in the 20s either way. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully he plays. This is how long it would last if we added a week 19. Well, no, I mean, not this year. Like, I mean, every other year, yeah. But watch, like, even next year, like, it's still gonna seem long. And like now it's like everything's in a 7-year pattern. Well, I guess 6 year because of leap year. Everything's in like a 6-year pattern almost because of the numbers of the days of the week. So like next year, September 1st is going to be on a Wednesday. So that means Labor Day is not going to be until, whatever, that next Monday. I believe Bill and Ted would have had something that was bogus. I need that. I need that drop, actually. I got this one, though.
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Expert, right? Why does everything got to be based off of Labor Day? It's still kind of weird, though, because, like, there's, like, no... Actually, I guess there is 1 week in between the last games and the first week. Yeah, it's interesting. He was hoping the same. A lot of mouths to feed. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Like it's it's nice clapping those cheeks, man, but it's not nice when you got like 15 kids, bro. Like, dude, 2's not breaking my pocket, but like I could like 7 times that. Like that would be breaking the fuck out of anybody's pockets. Doesn't matter how much you make. It said we play on national holidays, but can't play on Labor Day. Makes no sense. Yeah, I don't know what it is about Labor Day. That's always been the day where it's like that happens, and then the football season happens like that next week. That he knows of. Hey, when you got money like that, you're gonna know about him because like you're gonna go to court. So yeah. He's got way too much money where you already know, man. They're those are the girls who are like, nah. You can't wear a condom. and grab his legs like Ryan is about to come. Got you, bitch. Yeah, man. You already know. Especially like the football players and athletes, guys like that. Psh, man, they're trying to get the payday. Yeah, Tyreek's got to play football forever. I don't know why I didn't go harder with this podcast. I feel like that's not even like a regular thing. Damn it, Rip City. No glove, no love, honey. Yep. So leaving with me afterwards, right? Yeah, but man. Freaking Tyreek, man. Trying to compete with Camardi and Phillip Rivers. How many IDPs do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. 6, 7. Cali Jam say here OBJ will play for 3 Bitcoin. Dude, what are Bitcoin worth right now? I mean, they ain't worth 100,000 a piece anymore. 81,000. So that's almost 250,000. I mean, I feel like that's below the league minimum. Like, why would he do that? Sounds like some stupid shit. I know it can raise in price, but if you're gonna like, you know, if you're oh man, good pick, K2. I'm gonna pick the other one then. But yeah, but I don't think like what's the minimum NFL like veteran salary? Let's see. NFL minimum salary, absolute minimum base, or veteran salary. Veteran minimum depends on the player's exact number of credited seasons, ranging from 1.01 million for players with 1 year of experience to 1.3 for players with 7 years or more. So yeah, if OBJ, I mean, that's how smart he is, right? Like he's also the one who said that he couldn't live for the rest of his life on 100 million or whatever. Like, I mean, that just sounds so stupid because like no matter what, like you throw like a huge chunk of that like in the bank, like you could be living off the interest alone for the rest of your life, and that's only a piece of that 100 million. Like, how is Gronk smarter than OBJ when it comes to fucking money? And yeah, rookie league minimum is 885K. Yes, even that's worth more than 3 Bitcoins. Like, what the hell? Hey, Snoop the Whoop, what up, bro? Okay, said saw it and got a laugh. I don't know the truth. Yeah, I mean, who knows if it's true or not? Like, OBJ be saying some stupid shit though, man. You know what's funny? You guys ever seen the show Ballers with The Rock and Denzel Washington's son? And dude, so many people are in it. OBJ is in there for a handful of episodes. That shit's funny. An expert said the Dolphins might get the number 1 pick. They suck and have the second hardest schedule. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. I mean, you said the AFC East plays the NFC North. That's a tough ass schedule, man. What AFC division does the East play? He be wilding out for sure. He's an idiot. No.
He's a pedantic, pontificating, pretentious bastard, a belligerent old fart, a worthless, steaming pile of cow dung, figuratively speaking.
Okay. AFC East plays the AFC West. Okay. Frizzell sleeper QB pick this season is Tua. He gonna ball with those Falcons. I mean, I think with their defense not being the best, I think he's going to get the opportunity to throw the ball a bunch, including like throwing it to Bijan as well. And like, you don't have to throw it far to get it to Bijan. He can get you a lot of yards. If he invests 50 mil and he only gets 2%, that's $1 million a year. Said who the fuck can't live off that, right? Exactly. Because that's just like, that's not including any other money that he earns anywhere. Like, how is Gronk so smart with his money? People always ask Gronk about that, like, because he talked about it once about not how he hasn't spent any of his football earnings, how it's literally just been in the bank, like earning interest this entire time, and he uses his endorsement money, all the off the field money for all of his fun shit, And dude, so fucking smart, man. So smart. You know who else is super smart with his money is Marshawn Lynch. Apparently he's been he's talking to the rookies about like investing their money and shit at the Players Association, I think. Snoop Dogg, Cam Ward for Tua, Penix 27 second, 27 fourth. It depends on how much you're rebuilding. It really does, because I feel like I just like the Cam Ward side of that. Like if it was a 27 first and second, that's something different. Then it's probably taking it. But that 27 fourth is going to be whatever. 27 second is going to be valuable. But, the 27 first is what everybody is like just clamoring after. Yeah, Tua turned the ball over. Said he won't give up his first. Well, maybe, yeah. I mean, everyone says that, but everybody's got a price, It's got to figure out what the price is. Brown, what up? So what are your thoughts on the QB situation in Atlanta? I think Penix sees the field all this year. I don't think so, unless it comes to injury. Like I really think that the more and more time goes on, I think these coaches and GMs, like, they're realizing you're going to ruin a young quarterback if you don't give him a chance to learn and progress. Like, even if they're drafted higher, it doesn't matter because you're paying them so much money that you need them to hit. And like the faster you get them in there, like the easier it is for them to bust. So I agree. So what a waste of a pick with Penix. Well, not if he does end up being the future, like for real, the future, like not right now, not his second year, especially like getting injured and all that, didn't help. But if he goes into year 3, year 4, and they think he's ready and he starts and he ends up, lasting to a second contract, it's for sure worth it. We just haven't. It's hard to judge rookies off of their first year, especially when the team is fucking bad. Like that's like another thing. Like the team, like, I mean, I know that Bijan and shit, but they're still so bad. The offensive line, so bad. Snoop Dogg will give up 26 first, 9th, 201, 27 first, and get Bijan and B-Rob. Shit, I mean, it depends on like if you're rebuilding or going for a championship. Like with that 101, I hope that you traded for it and got the 101 somehow, and that your team's like better than being like, being good enough to get the 101. If you're any kind of contender, I'd do that for sure, dude. I mean, you're not gonna have a lot of opportunities to get Bijan, man. You really won't. 3 firsts is worth it, man. I've charged people 4 firsts for guys like Ramondre when he was on the real come up. It was a league where we have 2-point PPR, so the pass catching running backs extra. I said, did it to be cleared. I like it, bro. Timothy said already. He said mocks in May, man. Bro, mocks in May, bro. I don't do mocks in August, okay? This is a real draft, man. Don't make yourself sound like a casual, bro. Like this is a best ball draft. Best ball drafts happen all off season. This is in addition to every draft that we're going to be doing in August and September. But yeah, man, don't make yourself sound like a noob, bro. Best ball's been a thing for years. Strand says not a QB. It's not just a QB who gets ruined by not getting the snaps young. He said he's seen it happen at all positions, both sides of the ball. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, there's a fine line, man. I mean, you look at Patrick Mahomes, who like he probably could have been ready like his first year, but they let him sit behind Alex Smith, and the only game that he got to start was the one where it was week 18 or 17 or 8. Week 17. I don't think it was an 18-week season yet. Week 17, and he started the week before their playoffs. That was it. Stranger, the only mocking us does is of noobs. Yep. Brown said if I would ever do a 35 round mock, yeah, comical. Fuck no. No way. Snoop Doo-Whoop, I learned the 109 and I earned the 109, had the 101 from a trade. Perfect, man. Yeah. I mean, dude, that's the way you capitalize on a trade like that. I mean, you made that trade in 24 and yeah. And NFL NBA expert, I'm on YouTube. Let me throw the link in for you real quick. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Facebook. Everywhere. Yeah, right. Rude noobs, that is. Yeah, and just like you said, sometimes got to bust balls, stranger. And then, because I know there's a lot of people who, they're just not on our level of degeneracy with the amount that we draft and all that. Snoop Doo-Whoop said, dab time. All right, I'm going for this bowl first because I already packed it.
I'll smoke it with you, bro. We'll go to the loony bin together. I don't give a fuck.
Smoke weed every day.
Mary Jane.
One, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. I got 10 IDPs. All right. You guys are in trouble because now I don't need to draft IDP. I can draft him if I want. And Snoop Doo-Whoop, so can you scroll up a sec? Yeah. Tell me when you're done and I'll scroll back down. Let's go.
All right. Fire 'em up.
Messing with that ain't no weed.
Let's see. All right. Woo! Shout out to Chofoto. Shout out for the follow. All right, and I'm gonna scroll back down to the bottom, but this is the top of the draft for anyone who's jumping in right now. All right, Snoop to Whoop says good. Scroll all the way to the bottom. All right. There we go. We're almost done. 31 rounds in. 31 rounds in. And dude, EV253 got me with that Adonai Mitchell. That was a nice 30th round pick right there. I'm liking my Denzel Mims starting pick though. And Snoop DeWhoop say you think Watson is starting in Cleveland? Yeah, I do. Because at the end of the day, like, I know he's coming off the torn Achilles, but he is more talented than Shedeur. Like, Shedeur has never been as talented as him. Not saying he won't outwork him necessarily. And yeah, Kavanaugh, what up? Thanks for the follow, bro. And NFL expert only draft tonight today, right? Yeah, just one draft. Eventually, if we get more people that are interested and, you know, we get a bunch of TikTok people like joining in who want to draft on a regular, like, I'll do more than one time slot, like, on a day. We just got to get enough people, interested. Because we've had, and shout out to Kavanaugh for the heart meme. We've done, the most we've done in one day, I think, is 4. We've done 4, and that was like the day that the season started. Yeah. I think, and we've done that the last 2 years in a row where we've had 4 drafts on the day that the season starts. Like, I think it would be so sick if it was like fucking 10 drafts or something, you know, that was filled up like on that day. I think that shit would be super cool and just have a fucking insane fucking draft day. Whew. Round 32. We got 3 more rounds here. If anybody has any dynasty questions or anything, feel free to throw them in the chat. And yeah, Snoop DeWhoop 2018 Watson was so fun to watch. Yeah, man. Dude. With Hopkins, dude. Hopkins, I had the Watson Hopkins stack in a league with Patrick Mahomes on that team and Nick Chubb. Those are at least some of the some of the main pieces. But dude, that was a fun championship that year that I won with that team. Hell yeah, man. I won 3 huge championships in 2018. All 3 of them on the back of Patrick Mahomes. I had CMC on 2 of them. And then I had, that was the year on 1 on each team. I had Hopkins on a team. I had Adams on a team. Damn it. I can't remember who the other one was, but I had the big 3 wide receivers that year, 1 on each team. And like, just everything aligned perfectly like that year. I hadn't won a championship since like 2012 or something at that point. That was a huge year. All right. We're almost there. Almost there. And who's still on TikTok? Throw in the comments so I can see who's still over there. We're going to do another bow smoking real quick. Let me hit that ball. All right. NFL NBA expert. Cool. And Snoop DeWhoop said, that's awesome. He said, what'd you change? Well, dude, I just, I got into more leagues. That was one. So that was the big thing, just getting into more leagues because, like, I don't know, if you want to win more than one championship, like, you can't only play in one league, you know? Like, I was trying to win like 8 championships or something that year, and like I won 3 of them, you know? And so that was the big, that was one big thing for sure. Second big thing is I drafted correct with Mahomes. Like, I had Mahomes on those 3 teams specifically. And I mean, sure, you remember that year. He won a lot of people championships, and I hit right on CMC. Like, that was the CMC sophomore season where, like, he was like a second rounder, but like you had to you know, you kind of had to pay up for him a little bit there. Like he wasn't going there yet, you know? And so I was right on CMC. And then like in every single draft, pretty much, like I started at running back, wide receiver, and I hit because like CMC, well, actually, I did one of them was CMC. Damn it. See, I can't remember. I had a third team that year. Like one of them, the Watson team, I had Hopkins. I had that stack. CMC wasn't on that team. It was the two other teams that won that I had CMC on. And one of them was CMC and Mahomes and Adams. And the other one was Mahomes, CMC. Fuck, who was another super top wide receiver in 2018? Like who, like someone off the charts like that year, like help me out. I could go search it, but help me out. NFL NBA expert. How do I get my draft longer than 10 rounds? I can't figure it out. You got to just give it more positions. I think that's the only way that you make it longer. And Drew Rag said, what's the earliest round IDP went? Let me go see. I'm pretty sure it was Myles Garrett. Dude, he went at the 8-12. That's a little earlier than normal. And then Jack Campbell went in the 9th. And then in round 11 is kind of when they started going off a little bit after that. Yeah, the 8-12 is a little bit early, but Myles Garrett, man. And you probably had the Mahomes Tyreek stack. Man, I don't think so. I don't think it was Tyreek. Because I feel like you had to get Tyreek earlier. Like, you had to get him too early. Fuck, let me see. Hold on. After I make my pick, I'm going to look and see who are the top wide receivers. I mean, I can even go, like, look at that exact team. I just got to pull up Yahoo, and I don't even have, like, Yahoo. Julio Jones. It might have been Julio. It might have been Julio. Now I just want to actually go look at that team because I could go look at my 2018 teams and see which ones won a championship and then just go specifically look it up. Damn it, Brown. Good freaking pick. Because that's literally who I was about to pick with that damn pick right there. All right. Let's get one more IDP and give me a chance to look here. Damn it. Good freaking pick. It's all ugly, man. All right. Or AB. Was it AB? I feel like I because a lot of these guys were like second round, like wide receiver guys that I really, really hit on. So let me go see. I'm just gonna pull up let me pull up Yahoo and I'll like legit just like pull up my actual. Actually, you know what? I can probably do this on my phone even easier. Let's see. I logged in. I'm not even logged in here. Let's see. What the hell? What the fuck? Dude, what the hell? So annoying. All right. I'll put this back to the top because now I'm pretty much over. All right, let me see if I can find it because now it's just like bugging me. I don't know why on my phone it wouldn't let me use the stupid Come on. This is annoying. Should be easier to access this shit. And FLX, I don't know what you mean by more positions, dynasty, start draft, 20 roster spots and 3 taxis. Oh, the rookie draft. You might not be able to do more than 10 rounds. Dude, what the hell? All right, let's see. Let's see if I can find it. Where the hell are the leagues? Where's the history? Here we go. History. Shit, where's 2018? I'm finding it. Dude, what the hell? And I can't even pull it. Why is it not letting me go to the team? What up, Joe? He said add bench players if it's sleeper. Yeah. Alshon Jeffrey, nah. Hopkins, Tyreek Hill, Jones, Brown, Thomas. Dude, it was no, was it Thomas? I gotta go see. I'm almost there. Hold on. We're gonna get it. Here we go. Now it's letting me in. Fucking shit wouldn't let me do it before. So annoying. All right. We're gonna get it. Hell or high water. We're gonna get it. Dude, it might have been no. I'm gonna say Brandon Marshall, but no, it was not Brandon Marshall. All right, let me go. Where? Here we go. I'm getting it. I'm getting there. Here we go. I don't know why I can't pull up the damn team on my phone because I was there, but it wouldn't let me pull it up. See if it'll let me pull up each one. Okay. Where the hell's my team? All right. So this one, the first one, 11-2. Killed it. Mahomes, this was okay, I guess this was the single QB. Oh, this was the work league, and they made it a single QB league that year. But I had Mahomes, CMC, and Hopkins. Let's see. This next one. CMC and Devontae Adams. There we go. And I played Andrew Luck in that one. And he had that insane ass game. But let me see. So who is this last one? It was Michael Thomas. That's what it was. Yeah. I don't know why when you said Thomas, I was thinking Demarius Thomas. But yeah, Michael Thomas. So that's who it was. That's who the third guy was. Michael Thomas is good back then. Yeah, for sure. Oh, shit. 106. All right. Thanks, dude. Get over to 106 right now. I almost got all my teams organized. Dang it, it's because the 2 people autoed right in front of me. The IDPs. You know, I need offense over here. Offense sucks in this one. At least my depth, I feel like it sucks. Fuck it. All right, one more bowl. Then gonna get out of here. Dart's interesting for sure. Yeah, Alshon Jeffrey. No, not that guy. All right. Already got the bowl packed. Let's get it. Who's smoking with me?
Now you high as a kite, been talking all night, all night long. Let me hit that ball.
So definitely a nobody. Dude, Crispy said 98 will never end, bro. Let's smoke it up. You see the interview Breeze had where he said that he was in tears about the Saints trading Jimmy Graham away? No. Saints were dumb, man. Like, I mean, I know that was like probably a good move for them. I mean, they traded him for, who is it, Max Unger or something, that center, like straight up. But like, dude, they don't grow guys like Jimmy Graham on trees. They really don't. Expert, how do I make it so it's not a supplemental draft? I need all the vets and rookies. Well, it's still a supplemental draft, but if you go like on the draft page, if you go to the bottom, you'll see the spot where it says rookies only, vets only, or you can do vets and rookies. Supplemental draft just means it's the second draft. You can have multiple drafts. Like you can have unlimited drafts. But all the best players, you know, obviously going to be gone. Like, is it a supplemental draft because you have multiple, like multiple teams taking over an orphan like type thing? Like multiple people jumping in, taking multiple orphans over. And Jaron, I'm in a dynasty. Would you trade Keaton Mitchell in a third for next year for Romeo Dubs? Probably. Especially if you need a little bit more help out wide receiver. All right, guys. Wherever you're at, make sure you hit the follow. And it's a complete new dynasty starting this season. Oh, well, I would just probably delete that league. And then, I don't know. It just sounds weird. But it should already be, like, if it's a brand new, like, league, it should already be set to where, well, actually, it might be set to one or the other. Yeah, you just have to change it from rookies only to vets and rookies. Cali Jam, I hate this team, so it might shock. I mean, that's usually the way that it works. Pricing at 6 is cheap, in my opinion. Yeah, he's been, I mean, 6th, 7th. I mean, 6, 7. That's kind of where he's been going. And Jaron said, I keep hearing the hype on Mitchell, worried he'll ball out this season. Yeah, I mean, dude, he plays on the same team as Hampton, bro. Like, I mean, only reason he would even really ball out is if there's a big-time injury to Hampton. He said Dubs is the number one until AJ gets there, so I'm unsure. Yeah, but even if he is the number one, like, he's not going to be a guy who gets, like, 100 targets or anything like that, I don't think. All right, guys. I'm out. Thanks, bro. I'll get over there right now. Number 82. All right. What happened to peace? Peace.